So this month we're on the beautiful Isle of Purbeck in Dorset, and few places in the UK are more renowned for Sika deer than here, and quite honestly the numbers are extraordinary. So we're here in the beautiful Purbeck region of Dorset, and this part of the world is absolutely famous for Sika deer, and there's huge numbers down here. And the Capreolus Club and County Deer Stalking have been lucky enough to be invited down here to do something about the numbers, and my God, they really need something doing with, because you know, the woodlands just get destroyed when you get deer numbers at this high level. We'll carry on a little bit further, but with the amount of signs there are for deer, I can't believe it's going to be very long before we spot something. Sika deer, Cervus nippon, are smaller than but very closely related to our native red deer. The original animals introduced to Britain during the 19th century and later are known to have originated in Japan. So there we have, probably no more than about 80 yards there, our first Sika hind. Beautiful animal, isn't it? Absolutely love seeing Sika. But frustratingly, she's just skylining, isn't she? So no safe shot. My shot there, if I took that, is going to go off into the trees there, so I'm not going to be able to take it. But my God, what a shot, isn't it beautiful? And in actual fact, just out of sight from the camera, there's another couple of hinds a little bit further down the slope, down to the pool there. We'll have to leave that one be and move on, I think. Lovely, Matthew, isn't it?
I really like Spanish. It's a great deal.
Beautiful. With deer numbers running so high, it's essential that some of these animals are culled. And all the animals that are culled go straight into the human food chain. Venison is a healthy, sustainable, free-range, non-intensively wild meat. Look at this view. This is what they refer to as the Isle of Purbeck, and it's absolutely stunning scenery. Quite different from the Hampshire, Wiltshire, Surrey countryside that we're used to. You've got this beautiful long valley. Got some hinds off to my left here, but skylining, so no safe shot there. But my God, what a privilege to be able to stalk this wonderful ground. This way. Well, what I want to do, because we've come up and gone over there, I don't know if you caught that on camera, but a small group of hinds, maybe, I don't know, 10, just came up and went over the rise there. I'm going to try and work my way round, and maybe they'll be in the dip as we come over the brow. Fingers crossed. plenty of deer, but it's never easy, is it? So I have to be honest, hunting Sika deer over this sort of terrain, this sort of topography, is a little bit different for me. Something I'm a little bit unfamiliar with, and I'm struggling a little bit. But I've got a plan. We're going to turn round now so the wind comes into my face, and hopefully we'll pick something up. Look at that. How's that looking to you? Can you see them? And has stopped. Depends whether you can get on it. Sorry, is it? Alright, we'll leave it. Just get some footage from it. Whew. Well, so frustrating. The thing is, these animals now know that they're being hunted, and I get the feeling that wherever we go, they're always just one step ahead of us. You know, I made that cardinal mistake of thinking it was going to be too easy here today, and should have taken one of the first ones that I got on instead of being too selective. And that's the problem now. I've made life very hard for myself, because wherever I go, as I say, they're just one step ahead. It's time for a break, I think, and we'll see if anything appears this evening. But for now, my God, I'm absolutely whacked. I have to say, I love this kit. We've got an R8 Ultimate Blaser rifle and a Swarovski DS Scope. Really, you can't get much better kit than that. All in the iconic 300 Winchester Magnum. Absolutely perfect for robust Sika deer. So there we are, look at that. Skylining again. No safe shot. Got a hind and a calf by the looks of it. And looking at them there, you can see that little frown line on the front of their faces, which is so distinctive of Sika. What helps differentiate them from fallow. Slightly shorter tail and thinner black stripe down the tail as well. Are all good distinguishing features, but absolutely beautiful there in these conifer woodlands, which they absolutely thrive in. There's a whole load of them down there. But they're off. Gone. Yeah. Disappeared. Yeah, well, you've got that on the camera. That's absolutely beautiful, aren't they? But frustrating. Skylining again. They just won't present a nice safe shot for us. And the moment we start moving up on them, gone. Right, so we keep moving on, and you never know. And just 20 minutes later, we find exactly what we're looking for. To double check the range and illuminate the reticule, I press the button on the top of my DS Scope. Making sure we've got a safe backstop, I take the shot. The deer drops instantly to the shot as a result of some 3,500 foot-pounds of energy. The straight pull of the Blaser R8 Ultimate means for a quick reload. So I'm hoping after all that effort that that actually was caught on camera. If it wasn't, we'll have to fire the cameraman because we've been at it all day. But I'm absolutely delighted. Sika hind there, no more than 100 yards. Finally, with a perfect backstop, which is just what you need when you're using these rifles. Big caliber, so it's just dropped to the shot. Now we're going to see where the shot placement is, but we'll move up and first we'll do our eye blink. So just a quick visual inspection at this stage, double check that there's no movement. There isn't, I'm pretty confident it's dead, but nonetheless it's always worth a double check at this stage just to be sure. So at last there we have our Sika hind. What an amazing day it's been here at the Isle of Purbeck. Absolutely chuffed to bits. It's exactly what we came for. I don't often get a chance to hunt Sika, so what a privilege to be able to be here in these beautiful surroundings and finally get the animal that we were after. So here we have it, our Sika hind. What we've been after all day. Shot placement, well, if I do say myself, not too bad. Up the back of the front leg, halfway up the animal, exactly where you want to be. Now that animal actually dropped to the shot. You wouldn't expect that normally, but we're using a very big caliber here today. We've got a 300 Win Mag, and that is why I think there's so much energy, somewhere in the region of 3,500 foot-pounds. And so that's all she could sustain, and she's dropped. Sika, of course, have a reputation for being very hardy, robust animals, which is why we're using such a big caliber here. And but nonetheless, ample here for today. In terms of the appearance, well, it's quite something to note here. It's this distinctive frown line, okay? And that is what you see on Sika. It's very, very distinctive and helps distinguish them from fallow. So another point to notice with Sika, a tail, but not as long as it is on fallow, a slightly shorter tail and a much thinner black stripe down the tail, but still nonetheless that kind of horseshoe shape. Real sort of grey-brown colour at this time of year, but my goodness me, what a privilege. All that's left now is to do the Grallican inspection. And you may be interested that County Deer Stalking has just released a masterclass in grallicking and inspection, which is available via the Deer Stalking and Large Game Hunting Academy. So that's it from the beautiful Isle of Purbeck. We really couldn't have asked for more. We saw some brilliant Sika, loads of them, and my goodness, what beautiful scenery we've had here today. And the great news is that for Capreolus Club members, we're soon going to be getting exclusive access to these wonderful stalking rights. If you're interested in the Capreolus Club, then why not apply now?